All right, guys. Jam, everybody. So good to have you guys here on this community building call tonight. So it's 5 minutes past 8, and yep, we apologize for starting late, but yeah, thank you for coming on board. My name is Kelsey, head of operations here at Valley Corp, and I have here. So I'm going to pass the mic. Once you hear your name, just say something and then pass the mic to the next person. So I'm passing the mic to Gladness. Hi, Gladness.
Hello everyone, good evening. Gladness Okoreji, community manager intern at Value Corp.
Right, Gladness. Welcome. So yeah, pass the mic to the next person.
Over to you, Abunash.
I'm so happy to be here. Good evening to you all. Yes, I made sure I participate in this session. I can't afford to miss it. I expect to get all the expert and all the knowledge I can get tonight. Thank you.
Please pass the mic to the next person.
Evans, we want to hear from you, Evans.
Okay, Evans is the tutor, so let's talk to Priceless. Hi, Priceless. Good evening. How are you? Okay. All right, guys. So yep. Thank you once again. And so tonight we would have Evans on the team. So yeah, quick story or backstory here. Evans is, should I call this an alumnus of Value Corp Global? He he started actually with Value Corp. Maybe he will be the one to tell the story, but yeah, I just thought to let you guys know that we over the years we have helped people get started with the Web3 journey, and Evans is a product of this. So yep, Evans is the state lead. Please, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, so I was trying to get his bio, but I don't think I can get it right now. So yeah, Evans is the state lead for Super Team Enugu, and he's the founder of Vancouver House of Tales. Yeah, I still remember some things. And yeah, he's really into design, videos, and beautiful creations. So yeah, he's into community building as well. And you all know, like, if you hear about community building, a few weeks ago we made a post on difference between community manager and community builder and all and all. And you guys made insightful comments. So in this session, we're going to get to know community building for Web3 projects. How do you start? All of you that are in this call, you must or you would want to like participate in building or something. But you cannot start what you do not know. So Evans is going to give us a brief rundown of what we should know. And I have some questions. And I would implore you very well, please partake in this session so that you get to ask your questions and then you get to learn from him closely. Like I said, we have produced good people from this space, and Evans is one of them. You can be the next. So yeah, Mr. Evans, thank you very much for coming on board to this call. I'm really grateful, and on behalf of the Valley Corp team, we want to say thank you and welcome once again to the space. So the floor is yours, sir.
All right. Good evening, GM, everybody. Yeah, please, I will need this house to be interactive, please. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. We're happy to have you here, Mr.
Yes, I
Evans.
can hear you.
All right, yeah. Abunash, I like your voice. Good evening. So, basically, what? All right. Thank you very much. So, before I start, I want to I want to say a big thank you first to Kelsey, who brought up this opportunity for me to speak to Valley Cup community. Like she rightly said, yes, Valley Cup is actually our not our. I want to personalize it now. Valley Cup is actually my starting point. Every single thing I am today in the crypto space, it started with, "Hello, ma. Please, can you help me with this? Ma, I don't have this. Can you help me with this? Ma, teach me this. How do I go about this?" This is actually how it started. And Value Cup, Victoria Waka herself, had to put me through to a lot of things. I can still remember when I got my first job before stepping into NYSC camp, and getting a crypto job that sustained you throughout your NYSC days. Yeah, a lot of people were celebrating 33K increase that time, but then I was celebrating my crypto job, not the 33K, because dollar was 1.5 that time. No, not 1.5. Sorry, dollar was 500 that time, and it was a huge progress for me. Even though my first crypto job was just $50 per month that time, yeah, and it was a huge increase. I don't want to go into the story, Kini, but if you really need details, I'm open to say more about my journey with Value Corp and where it has brought me to. Funny enough, including Super Team. Yeah, Value Corp was actually the one that the Value Corp was actually what directed me to that part. The grooming I have towards community building and all that. Yeah, credits to Value Corp too. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for this opportunity. I am always open to do anything for this community. I can boldly beat my chest and say, yeah, I'm a proud and good product of Value Corp. Okay, so it's all about community building, yeah, and we are narrowing it down to Nigeria, the Web3 space in Nigeria. Now, we all know what Web3 is. I'm not talking to newbies. Am I correct? I'm not talking to newbies. Yeah, we all know what Web3 is, and when we say Web3 project, we all know what we're talking about. Currently, in Super Team, they are not Super Team now. In Solana now, they are doing lots of hackathons. So, lots of Web3 projects are popping out from there. So, but community building, I want to start by explaining what exactly is a community. Like I said, I really like it when the house is very interactive. So, can somebody just please tell me what he or she understands by at least community? Let's not make this let's not make it more technical. Like normal community that what do you understand by community? Anybody can speak.
Okay. In my layman's understanding, I think community comprises a group of people who share the same vision and mission, I should say, and they are aspiring to achieve the same goal at the end of the day.
Okay. I like that. I like that. It's very close to what I wanted to say. And what it means is that your head is there. Any other person? Any other person that would like to, just another view? What do you think
Okay.
community is?
Okay, so
Yeah, sure. Go
to
ahead.
me, I feel like community is made up of a group of people who have the same goal, the same interest, and they are looking forward to achieving more. Like it's a one mind kind of environment. Yes.
Okay. Not bad. So, from you guys' definition, yeah, same goal, one mind, let's say working towards the same journey, yeah. So, if I ask, are customers a community? Let's say, for example, Kelsey, you're selling, let's say Kelsey is selling iPhones. Now, people that buy from you, are they your community?
I should
Yes,
think
they
so.
are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Now, I like the fact that we're open to this. Yeah, good. So this is my own take. I will start with what community is not before we now narrow down to what community actually is, and then bringing it down to Nigeria. Because if you check in the crypto space, yeah, you when we talk about technical technical products, you talk about the Asians in the crypto space. You talk about the Asians, Indians, and the remaining. You know, those guys are very good with their tech skills and all that. When you talk about business development, um, somehow the Asians, then partly Europe, you get business development. But then when you come to the real users and communities, community builders. When you talk about community, the real community builders and um, the real amount of users, you talk about Africans. And when you say Africans, definitely is Nigeria. In the crypto space, we have the best community builders down here in Nigeria. Tech was still coming up. Business development was still coming up. But when you talk about community building, Nigeria is 100 with that. So, but then I said I was going to start with what community is not. Now, this is it. Community are not actually your fans per se. Community, people mistake these things for some certain stuffs. Like, okay, community are not your social media followers. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Please, if you can, this is not okay. This is not Google Meet where people interact with emojis and all that. It's not possible on Telegram, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, the use of chats
I think I
it's on the platform but not on the call.
yeah, I think this is another this thing now that is happening on this call is actually a product idea somebody should work on. You know, getting us a chat where you can on the call you're interacting and doing any other thing you want to do. So that apart, so community are not your social media followers. Um, I want to use for example now something happened. There was a project. I'm not going to mention their name, but it's a Web3 project, and they are like scraps now. I worked for them. That's why I know what I'm saying. Now, these guys is a DeFi project. You know, they did their IDO, collected lots of funds from investors and all that, and all of a sudden, they went blank. Then one of those days, they came up on their social media and they typed, "Okay, we are back and we'll be up and doing." And I think there was a message they did for another investment, and then he needed to see the comments. He needed to see the comments of people like, "Where is our money? You rocked us, kini kini." A lot of negative comments, and if I should ask now, you people will say those people are community. No, they are not community. Sorry, customers are not really your community. Like, for example, people that hopped into dog, the recent dog airdrop that happened. People that hopped into the dog's airdrop and joined them, did all they did. If I start asking now, a lot of us here did it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but come on, a lot of people that did that thing are not their community members. If you do not agree with me, just say something.
I agree with you
All
because
right.
I also partook in the airdrop. but I don't even go to their platform to do anything. All I do is
Exactly.
sometimes I chance on their notifications, go to see what they're talking about, and then I'm off.
Exactly. So, there's this word they use in the crypto space, degens. People that are just there to make money, double the little income they put in. You understand? Um, what we call community is actually different from what people perceive community in the Web3 space. The real community are actual people that are out there for the values that that particular firm is offering. Your customer is not really your community member. Customers are actually there to just buy in, make profits, or do what they want to do and get out. Community members are actually believers of what you're doing. Now, there is this not here in Nigeria. There is this thing they call outside there. They call if they mention the name bikers. My mom used to call them their cultists, but there is these people they call bikers out there. That is I mean outside overseas, outside Nigeria now. Some people call them cowboys. Some of them, most of them have a particular identity. They have their shirts, a particular type of bike they use. They move in groups. Now, that's a community. They have a particular identity. They have a particular goal. Their journey, they have a particular aim and target. Same vision, same journey, same road. Do you understand? Now, this is a community of bikers. Now, somebody that loves what they are doing and just want to get a bike or maybe benefit from what they are doing is not their community member. Funny enough, that's like I want to say is a benefactor, or is he somebody? It's more of a parasitic relationship. So yeah, where I got my understanding of this community stuff, yeah, is actually from this book this man wrote. I don't know if any one of us have come across this book written by Carl Jung. Is it Jung? I usually call it Young because they are J, they pronounce it Y. So Carl Jung, I think archetypes. I don't know if any one of us know what archetypes are. Now, most communities are built on archetypes. So I will explain. Now, like Value Corp now, people, if you watch out, there's a difference between Value Corp and which community is very close to this now? Which community? Let's say, for example, the difference between Value Corp and Nodo. Every one of us here know Nodo, right? Nodo is an African, is also an African tech firm. But then there's a difference between Value Corp and Nodo. Nodo, they bring out products, bring a lot of partnerships, bring in new projects from outside to interact with Africans, give those products to users and all that. You understand? But their community will definitely be different from that of Value Corp, because Value Corp believes in teaching from the scratch. Number one, making you to understand that you make money not just by doing tasks and activities. You make money because you're offering a value. So what I want you to gain from this is every community have their own approach to their own they have their own approach to either making money or so. But every community have their own system. They have their own structure. Every community have their own values. I don't know. Am I still audible? Am I Am I still here? Is
You are loud
network
and
rugging me?
clear.
Okay, okay. Jesus Christ, I'm missing Google Meet. This Google Meet will give people like with emojis now. Know that they are hearing me. But it's okay. Please, once in a while, somebody should just at least say something. Let me know I'm talking to people. Yeah. Let me know when I'm rugging. So
Okay, no
um
wahala.
like what I sorry. So like I was saying, yeah, community community is a group of people. Like I like the fact that you guys got a glimpse of where I'm heading to. It's a group of people with same value, same identity, same vision. Do you understand? They are not a group of people that just want to buy into something. There is a thin line between that. They are not a group of people that just hop into a project because there are tasks they can just do and gain money and go. They are not a group of people that will just put in $50 in IDO expecting 10,000 tokens of a product. And when they make their profit, they leave you alone and go. No. Community members are actually people that believe in your product. Even when it launches, they are there. After the launch, they are still there. I'm not saying they don't make their money, but they so much believe in that project that they wouldn't want to just leave it because maybe they want to make money or so. Sorry, I'm using money and product. That's what crypto space is all about. Most of us jump into crypto because we know we want to make money from it, and not really because we want to learn it or want to make impact or so. No, but truth of the matter is community members are true believers of a particular project or product. So yeah, that's actually what I really wanted to make that clear. I really wanted to make it clear that in case tomorrow one of you here builds a project or you handle a project and you feel your Twitter handle has grown to 50 million and you feel that 50 million are your community members. It's not all 50 million persons there that are your community members. So some of them are just there to get updates on your project and see where they will make the latest money and leave you alone. So that's why you always need to watch out for your real people, your real community. Trust me. It's not everybody that gives a thumbs up to Valucop's message on Twitter. It's not everybody that gives that thumbs up that is actually their community member. No. Some people are just there to observe you, see when you are going up and see when you are going down. They are just there to make their own benefits and leave. Okay. So I really needed to clear that. Talking about the archetypes, yeah. So in that archetypes, there are, I think he categorized some. They are in the innocent. That's people that really want to be happy and all that. Some meme community are actually channeled to this now. They are I've said the innocent. They are the orphans, the rulers, the heroes. I'm just saying this just to bring our head down to who a community member is and what a community is actually. So there are different ways to identify communities. Okay, if you use this archetype formula now, you understand what most communities are channeled to. Yeah. So that being said, let's now talk about building community. Not just community now, a Web3
Can I
community. But
can I
be,
ask a question before you
e-
proceed?
yes, I wanted to say before I go into that stage now, is there any question? Please go ahead.
Okay. So in your definition, you mentioned some two keywords which I'm interested in you explaining.
Okay.
You mentioned the fact that a member should share the same identity and then should also share the same value. I don't know if you could explain a bit more into what identity is in this context.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So I I love your answer. No, sorry, I love your question. I'll answer that. I people under me, I do correct them on this thing. On every single meeting I hold with my team leads, I always tell them this question you just asked now. The answer, I'm always telling them this particular thing now. Now, Mr. Nash, if I go to your Twitter page, I think from your Twitter page, I can know your values. I can know what you stand for. Not just your Twitter page. Some if I have your contacts now, I can check your status. I can see from what you post regularly. I can know what you stand for. I can know the values, what you prefer in life, and where you're headed to. Now, when I say identity, if you check my profile picture now, you're going to see Super Team NG Enugu. It's an identity. If you see me wearing a merch, Super Team, you know I'm repping them. It's an identity. When I talk about Super Team. If you check my social media, I post them. So that's actually what I meant by identity. Okay. So that's why some people it's very hard to give them job because you can't really say this is where they stand. This is who they stand for, and this is what he's bringing for people he stands for. When you see somebody post today, you're posting Ethereum. Tomorrow you're posting Polkadot. Next you're posting XRP. Investors will perceive you as a confused human being. So, standing for one purpose will actually make you to be identified for a particular thing. So I don't know. Did I answer your question?
I understood you.
Good, thank you.
Yes,
So,
but here's a follow up.
okay.
Based on this understanding, I may on purpose just be posting one particular thing, but inwardly I'm not stable. I'm here, I'm there, but just for the sake of someone identifying me for this particular maybe DeFi project, I stick to it. But perhaps maybe I'm having another handles where I also do other stuff. Will that also be considered a stable identity, or what exactly am I? I don't know whether you get
Okay.
me.
I get what you're saying. Let me give a perfect picture of what you said now. Now, let's say for example, I have a Telegram account now that is Super Team NG. And I post everything Super Team NG on this account. And the other account, I have another account that I post just another project entirely. I'm identifying another thing somewhere else. So your question is, it doesn't show that my heart or my values is channeled to just one Super Team NG. Am I correct? Is that where your question is headed to?
Yeah, that's the same direction. Yes.
Good. So I'll tell you this. Coming from a meeting I had with some global team in Solana, yeah. Now, if those guys that have, I'm talking about VCs now, people that deal with funding projects now, if those guys can tell me that in this Web3 space, don't trust anybody for real, I've come to the conclusion that there's nobody in this space that I would say that stands with one project 100%. We are all human beings. Do you understand? For the definition's sake, because human beings cannot be I don't know, but 100% loyalty is very very scarce. That's just the truth. In among 1,000 people, there will definitely be few that will not be loyal. So um I'm not saying people with different handles, people that just mask themselves for a particular identity are wrong. They might have their good reasons for doing that. Do you understand? But is for the definition's sake, a community should have same identity. It doesn't mean people in this community that have same identity cannot camouflage and do something else. Um I'm not saying that everybody is 100% committed to a particular community. No. Everybody have their own way of making their own money, so it might be a strategy in making more funds, and you wouldn't say it's a bad thing. So the aim is actually for you to understand that identity is one unique thing for real community members. So yeah, Nash, are we on the same page?
I'm following.
All right.
Thank you for the explanation.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now back to building. Now, Nigeria. Nigeria is not a perfect nation, but I love this country because of the power of possibility. A lot of people might have their own bias, but Nigeria is somewhere where anything is possible. Building community in Nigeria, it's not it's not hard, because especially in crypto space, building community in Nigeria is not hard because everybody have same goal of making money. We have same issue of failed government. That's why am I using Nigeria? Because I think this is a mixed audience, right? There are other people from other countries here, right?
The only odd one here. But I won't sell out. Trust me.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So let me just go straight to the point. So um it's really not hard because I think we have same issue. We have same problem. And I think that's why the youth are more united in crypto than in other spheres, because the innovations we find in crypto tend to give us freedom from the government. Yes, that's why I think youths are more united in the crypto space than any other space. Yeah. So first thing first, like I said, I'm going to be using Super Team NG Enugu as a case study for this particular topic I'm handling now. Now, um, for you to start a community, let's say example. Okay, fine. Currently, in the hackathon that is going on in Solana, I'm currently building a product. I'm not going to use this opportunity to advertise it. I'll just do what I want to do and go. So I'm building a product. Now, that product, we've not launched, we've not done anything spectacular, but then we are definitely going to need users. We are definitely going to need people that can use this thing and give us real and truthful feedbacks. People that can see the future we have in what we are building, and bring good partnerships, bring good deals for us and all that. Now, for us to create a community for that product, we need to start by at least creating structure. So, like I said, Super Team NG Enugu, when I got the the privilege, the first thing I did was actually to create a sorry, I said community. Was actually to start structure. When I say structure, I think every one of us here understand what I mean by structure. Where you have the lead, I had to get an assistant. Now, everything I'm saying here, please, nobody should get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's very easy. I said it's easy to build community in Nigeria. But you see this road of getting people to fill up positions, this road of structuring your community, this is actually the hardest part. You can, when I'm saying these things, I'm talking from experience. You can make somebody your assistant today, and tomorrow you'll be looking for that person. You can get somebody you call your assistant tomorrow, and you don't even trust the person with funds. So that's why I said handling this part now is actually the toughest. It's actually the toughest part in handling human beings. Yes, human is it human coordination they call it now, is actually the toughest part in structuring in community. I faced lots of challenges in this part now. This is actually the hardest part. So, but then that is hard doesn't mean you cannot cross it. So, in creating an outstanding community for your Web3 project, you need to start by structure. You need to have I said I'm going to be using Super Team Enugu as a case study. So, in Super Team Enugu, the first thing I did was actually to get an assistant. That's the person I share the vision I have for the team, the vision I have for Super Team in Enugu. Okay, I want everything that is happening at the global stage to get down to Nigeria, from Nigeria down to Enugu State. I want everything happening in the national level to also be happening in the states. I'm sharing my vision with this guy. That's my assistant now. Mind you, when selecting somebody like this, it should be somebody that relates with your vision, somebody that you think alike, somebody that can identify with you, somebody that have same values with you. You understand? I'm not saying somebody that you can trust perfectly with money. It's not true. There's nobody on earth you can trust 100 with your money. Have that in mind. They will fail you. Just have that in mind when doing some of these things. Also have it in mind that they are human beings. Today they will tell you I'm with you 100%. Tomorrow they will not be there. So already make up your mind to accept their flaws. Okay, they are human beings. That's the starting point. If you don't make up your mind to see some of these things, you will hurt yourself. So first thing first, I got an assistant. From assisting, we could host events, do things together. But at that particular stage, the work was still overwhelming. Yeah. When I mean overwhelming, I mean we want to host events, we want to do some certain things. You see that when you give yourself time that, okay, our event will start by 2 p.m., you see that when it's just the both of you, when you start that event, you will look stressed out because most of the things you're doing, you should have dished it out to other persons. The work will be overwhelming. You'll be looking so tired and fed up. You even start hating the job because it's just 2 persons and you're not achieving maximum results because there are no hands. And people that were coming in at that stage were just newbies, people that they just wanted to know what we're doing. And I just had just one believer,
Hi, I'm not
which is my
hearing anybody
assistant.
again. No.
So at that point, we now started looking at people that are passionate. So the next thing we did was to look at for people that actually have passion in doing what we are doing, not because they totally believe. Oh, Kelsey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it was like cracking at some point.
All right, but I'm clear now, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So um from structure, you look down from structure, you've made down, okay, not made down, no, you've made a list of, okay, these are the certain things I need in my team. I will need an assistant. I will need I will need an assistant. I will need now talking about super team. Your own different sphere is going to be different. I will need an assistant. I will need somebody to handle different guilds because the super team will have guilds for writers, designers, developers, and the remaining. I will need a community manager. I will need so and so. You can't get all these people at once. So what do you do next? You look out for people that are passionate because now they are going to be passionate, but it doesn't mean they can identify with you yet. It doesn't mean like they totally believe in what you're doing, but they just love you. They just love you. They love what you do, and they just they have this passion in, okay, helping out. They have this passion in doing one or two things for you. Okay, so you just look out for those ones. You pick them up, and you start by first of all you start by grooming them, showing them that same vision, that same vision you had, and you got your assistant. At least they've seen a believer too. That's your assistant. Now they've seen somebody that works with you. Um, in my own case, I didn't pick out those passionate people myself. In my own case, it was actually my assistant that brought out these guys and was like, wow, Vancube, I really like what you're doing. And we're making progress. But guy, I know these guys. I know they are this so and so person. They can help you to do this thing. There is this guy that does video and he saw what you did. Can you bring him in? I think he can bring in more results for us. So my assistant was actually the one that made some of the moves, bring in the people that are handling our content team now, people that are handling our dev guild, people that are handling our video creators, and the remaining. So um, from looking out at, for these passionate guys, we shared this vision with them. So I think I've mentioned from structuring, from structuring, you pick out. The next thing to do is pick out passionate hands. You create a structure. You pick out passionate hands that will help you in the work. Then, thirdly, you share this vision with them. You share this vision with those passionate people. You share the vision that you have. At that point now, I began to share my plans, my goals, super team, what I have for super team Enugu. I started sharing it with them. Okay, this is what in the next 1 year, this is what I want you guys this is what I really want to be seen in Enugu. In the next 2 years, I want Enugu to be like a tech hub in the whole southeast. In the next 2 years, I want us to like count like 20 products that are built on super team from Enugu state and it's still standing. In the next 2 years, I want to see 20 startups that are employing unemployed youths in Nigeria. Shared some of these visions with them, and sharing it doesn't mean all of them will buy. Sorry. Then make that very clear to yourself when you are picking out your passionate hands too. So sharing the vision doesn't mean all of them will accept it. Sharing the vision doesn't mean all of them will accept what you just told them. Some people will be like, nah, work I can't chop, nah, volunteer I can't chop, that kind of thing. A lot of people will back out. So what it means is that you that has that vision, you need to be a strong-willed person. You should be ready to accept no. You should be ready to accept rejections. It also tells on your esteem too. You need to work on having a very solid esteem as a community builder. It's never easy, But if you understand this thing now, it's very free, it's very straight, it's very easy. It's not easy to handle human beings in community building, but community building itself in this country is not hard. So like I said, sharing the vision doesn't mean all of them will accept it. So after sharing the vision, you still need to rework on who really understand what I just told them, who really want to continue with me, who really want to build with me, who really want to move with me on this journey. Do you understand? So from sharing this vision, now, if you observe what I'm doing here, you will see that I'm not really talking about the I'm not really talking about. If you check my group now, there are over 300 persons. Now, when I'm talking about this thing I'm sharing with you guys now, you see that I'm not talking about the 300 and something persons. You see that I'm talking about the leaders of writers. I'm talking about the leaders of the video content creators. I'm talking about the guild leads. I'm talking about my community manager. I'm talking about the people I call my leads, the people I call my own team. Do you understand? Because it's the way these people are handled. These particular people now is the way they are handled that is going to affect the other 300 and something persons. They are the ones that will now influence the other persons. These same people now, this procedure you're doing, these same people will still do the procedure with other persons. And that's where you get real believers. So, like some of you, I don't know if some of you know Zubi. The words of Zubi was like, the first thing he told me when I started this thing was like, he said, you see your community of 100 persons, you look into that 100. That I'm just paraphrasing now. He will always say, look into that 100 persons and pick your favorite 15. That is your community. I don't know if you guys understand me. So you don't call the numbers you're seeing in your WhatsApp group. You don't call the 1,000 people you see in your WhatsApp group your community. No. You call that few 10 that respond when you call. That few 10 that understand what you're doing. That's your community. That's the real MVPs you should actually value in your community. That's your community members. So, like I said, after sharing your vision, sorry for cutting this short. Kelsey, please, by what time am I supposed to stop?
It's meant to be a 1 hour session, but you can continue. Let's say till around 9:30. I mean, it's weekend, so
All right.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to waste time, Sha. I just wanted to know. Let me not over talk.
Okay, no worries.
I have pitching session by 9:30, so I'll try to beat the time. So yeah, after sharing your vision, you still have to sieve your people again. Like I said, they will not all of them will not accept what you brought to them. So you pick out the ones that actually want to run with your vision. So I call that stage a reselection process again. So you reselect. After reselection, now you know you have people that you can trust with jobs, people you can trust with your writers, people you can trust with your community, people you can trust with your guilds and other things you do in that community. You can trust with your vision. Yeah. Now, at this point, I'm not just having my assistant. I'm having okay. Let me list it from my team. I think I have the writers. the writers lead, writers, designers, devs, content, and the community itself. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, I have a financial sec too. So yeah. So apart from my assistant, I have 6 extra hands. So from just 2 persons, I now have 6 extra hands. So the first community call I had, not community call, now the first ecosystem call I hosted, it was very stressful because I can still remember running around to get their merch after doing the way bill and all that. You still have to run, and you're talking to the videographer. At the end of everything, you'll be so exhausted and you will now be hating the job. But not the second wasn't really perfect. The second ecosystem call I hosted wasn't really perfect. But starting from the third one, where these guys are now functional, I can still remember just taking my drop to the venue, and all you're getting is my boss, my boss. People will just snap picture with you. It's no longer as stressful as that again, and everybody is happy doing what they are doing. You get the job, the work is now lessened, is now reduced, and you're achieving your results. You're achieving your results stresslessly. Okay, so now at that point, I'm happy with what I'm building. I'm seeing progress. When the national team say, Evans, in this particular event, I want you to give us 50 persons. I no longer beat my head around and like, how do I get these 50 persons? No. I just tell my guys, see, we have a target of 50 persons. How do we go about it? They bring up their ideas, we talk. If before I can just post on just my WhatsApp status, but now I have extra 6 persons that are posting on their WhatsApp status that have different contacts too. So at that point now, when they say bring 50 persons, like, okay, fine. What is 50? 70 will come because I have people. You understand? I have men that understand me. So now that you're sure you have men, you still need to now look for a way to compensate them. Compensation is very important. Compensation is very, very important, especially in Web3 space. That's why till tomorrow, I don't think there's any blockchain that will have the type of love Ton ecosystem have. I don't think, because Ton has already believed this thing that if you keep giving people perks, if you keep dropping people till tomorrow, you'll be remarkable for that. So I'm not selling Ton, but I just want I've learned this thing from them. They are so the Ton blockchain is they are so high on compensation. They are so high on giving people perks, and it's actually what is giving birth to. Sorry, excuse me. It's actually what is giving birth to the number of users they are getting. So, like I said, after getting these my guys, now these guys already know that yes, they are working for me. They are working for me to bring in so and so vision. They are working for me to bring in startups in Enugu. They are working for me to help bring in innovations and all that. But then you're not paying them. Why are they doing it? You get? So they need to like you need to compensate them, number one, for their data, the transport, and some of these things. But I will not carry my salary now and come and start sharing to them. So what did I do? Now I started looking for a means that, okay, these guys are trying. Why not make them members? So that when you are getting perks as a member, they also get perks too. So I had to look for a way like, okay, my Oga, Harry, Oga, see, these guys, they try. Let's do something for them. Start by making them contributors. Okay, these guys are contributors in Super Team. From there, they are feeling recognized. When I print merch, I can give every other person normal merch, but then these guys get the best. The ones with the quality design, these guys get it. When I'm giving food, every other person can eat any food they want to eat, but then the quality one, if I'm doing fried rice and chicken for other people, I'll add coleslaw for these guys. I always try my best to make sure that they still feel welcoming, that they still feel accepted, and they know that this guy that we're working with, he really has us in mind. So, to the glory of God, today these guys are not just being compensated with some of these tiny, tiny things. They have really helped, and they've grown to the level that they are now full-time members of Super Team. They are now, um, they are now getting first-hand knowledge of earning in Solana, and they are proudly doing what they are doing. And funny enough, they've grown to the level that I can even now shout at them and say, "You're not doing this thing well. This is what you're supposed to do." Don't before, without compensation, you can't tell them that. They will just vex and leave you. So, compensation, and at that point that you're compensating them, I think compensation is very valid. It's very valid because even let me use for example, everybody here are not Christians, but even Christians serve God. They don't serve God selflessly. I don't agree. Even Christians serve God for a reason, because they feel, it's not they feel, they know that if they work for God in so and so place, there is this reward at the end of the day, to make heaven, to get blessings from God and all that. Everybody work for somebody, or you work for, you do what you do because there is a certain benefit somewhere for you. So always make sure these real people, these real persons you have, are always compensated. Even if you don't have something to compensate them with, words can go far than you think. Always appreciate people, encourage them. So this is like how I got to build my team in Super Team NG Enugu. And today I have them working with me, and these same people now are actually the ones, every single thing you see in Super Team Enugu today. Like I said, I have pitch session 9:30. Somebody is already fixing up the meeting, doing a lot of things are happening behind the scene while I'm here. So these guys are actually the ones that do most of the work, and I take them as not just my core team. They are actually the major, they are the main community members. So if tomorrow somebody here is trying to build a project, always look out for this type of persons. Always look out for this process in raising the pioneers, in raising the major persons that you need to fulfill a valid community. Now, Super Team NG is Enugu is actually an example for what I'm saying, but your own might not be the same. Your own community, building your own community might not be this direction, but at least there is a blueprint that is already out for you to understand that, okay, this is actually the pattern I'm going to use to get real community members. So at this point, I'm going to pause here. This is not everything, but it is my 1% on how to actually build community in Web3 projects here in Nigeria. So thank you very much, and I'm open to answering your questions. Yeah, Kelsey, are.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I I really enjoyed the session and I understood every bit of what you said, and things are more clearer now. So at least now we know what happens behind the scenes, and yeah. So does anybody have any question before I ask my own?
Mr. Evans, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nash.
I just went mute so that I could hear every single detail of what you're saying, and I I can't quantify how I have understood it very well. The only question I have is, how far have we gone with this lecture? Are we in chapter one with all of this clarity you have laid to us, or I don't even know what question to ask. Like, are we in chapter one out of 10 chapters of this, or we are almost done with the concept?
Well, this is building a community is not just a, how do I call it now? It's not just a simple concept actually. So this is like a stage, the first stage in actually building a Web3 community. This is just like the first stage. If I'm opportune next time, I can, dissect other things. And like I said, I was using my own community, Super Team Angel. I was just using it as a case study for you to really understand what I'm saying. There's more to it actually. There's more to it.
Okay.
Because when like Web3 projects, when I say there's more, we'll now start talking about the business aspect. When you want to launch a project, how do you go about your IDO? There's a lot of things behind this thing. It's not just as simple as that, but this is the starting point. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Thank
that
you very
means
much. Thank you.
yeah, you prompt us to have a part 2 of this session. So I'm happy that we segmented everybody into clubs so that, like I said earlier, so that we can give you what you really want to hear. And Nash is a Ghanaian, and I'm sure you really want to do pretty big things in Ghana alongside other blockchain niggas. So you can always feel free to reach out to Evans, but I'm assuring you we're going to host more of these classes like in the coming months so that you get the best of what you need to know to get started. So yeah. So I have a few questions. I don't know. Does any other person have questions? Okay. I'll take that as a no. So I would Evans, so okay, for example now the Solana Radar hackathon is ongoing, and on the Colosseum side, I was saying builders are welcome to partake on this. So people may be saying, what's the difference between the builders? Are the builders like are they the ones that are developers? And then you also have like the community builders themselves. So those builders are they the ones building the projects, and this like people like you, Mrs. Victoria, are the ones for like maybe like communities. I don't know if my question is clear.
Okay. I got your question. I understand what you said. So I've told you earlier, yeah. I'm also building for the radar hackathon. Now this is the thing. Community builders actually of different. They are different actually. They are different from now. When they say builders, Kelsey, I know you're a writer, yeah. Am I correct? You're a writer.
Yes, I am.
And you have other skills, I get. So, um, the way you're a writer now, you can have this spectacular idea. Like the way I mentioned that in Telegram calls now, we don't have interactions. Let's say, for example, you just came up with that idea. Wow, we need to do a chat protocol or something. We need to build something either that can be integrated to Telegram, that where they are making calls, there can be interactions, there can be live chats, and all that. Now, you have the idea. At this point, it's an idea. When you have the idea, you need, number one, you need a UI/UX designer that can come up with the user experience, the flow, and everything. You need a developer that will code both front end and back end. Although AI now codes anything for us, anybody can code. As a writer now, you can be a developer too. So, you need a developer. You need designer. You need, if you want to be the writer, fine, you can be the writer. But at this point now, you're bringing up a team. You've created a team. From creating a team, you are the one telling them their responsibilities. You're sharing the vision you have. You're telling them, okay, this is what I want. This is what we want to achieve. This is what we want to implement. So designer, design this. Writer, write this. Dev, build this. UI, draw this. You understand? At that point, your portfolio is no longer a writer. You're actually a builder. Do you get?
Yeah, I get
You're a
now.
builder. Now, even this thing we call developers. I hope you know developers are also in different badges. They are business developers too. They are product developers too. So developers too are of different stages. The same way we have now community builders are different. Now, if you check that in the road, the community builders, you see people that are building stuffs like DAO. You get? So community builders are different. Product builders are different. Okay? So I can boldly beat my chest now and tell you, okay, I'm a builder. You will not be the one, okay, what are you building? I'll not tell you the products that I'm building. Okay? Show you my team. Show you what we're building and all that. So this is not a developer class. I wanted to go more detailed, the techie part, but there's no need. So basically, community builders are different from product builders, but in Super Team, we'll call all of them builders. We are just a community of builders. So a writer can be a builder, a designer can be a builder, but at least you understand the process where that person became a builder. You understand? So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I now understand it. So, you can use the words interchangeably. So far, you know what you're actually talking about and the context.
Exactly.
Mm. Okay, so I also want to ask. So, for people that are in this call, where can one start from in this journey? Like, I mean, all of us have different skill stacks. So, where do we start from?
Okay. Where do you start from in building a community, right?
Yes, yes. Or do you pitch to a community that's already like starting to like assist them? I don't know. What do you
Well, yeah, I like what you're asking. And like I always say, there's no one, it's not just one lane that can lead to a river. How do I even put this now? There's no one road to achieving this. Everybody have their own approach. Now, community building for people that want to start their own, you start by having a product because you will definitely want to have something that will actually bring people in. There will definitely be a product. There will definitely be a particular idea. There will definitely be something that is bringing them together. That's for people that want to build their own from scratch. Now, if you want to be a community builder for Value Corp, let's say Value Corp is a new project and you want to be their community builder, definitely what you have to do is I advise people not to just go and tell them I'm a community builder. I want to work for you. No, I think the best approach now these days is actually to go with strategies, milestones you want to achieve, and go with your plans, your strategy to achieving your goals, the milestones that they'll use to track your the milestones, then metrics that they can be used that can be used to check out your achievements and all that. So why I'm saying this is because most of us don't really have portfolio for community building. Everybody in the crypto space is answering community managers. Community building is tough. It's not really, especially when you are dealing with a global stuff. You're dealing with projects that have global customers. So you go with, yes, I am a community builder. I can do so, 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 and so. This is my plans. This is my strategy. This is how I'm going to do this. These are the milestones I want to achieve. So when I'm doing my job, these are the metrics you can use to track my achievements. So if you go with this pattern, people will see you as a serious person. They will see that product will definitely want to give you a shot, and that's how to get some of the community building jobs, the community building gigs. That's for people that want to get it as a gig. Why some people like Radar now, there's room for people to join teams that are building from scratch. You join them and you build with them. You tell them I'm a community builder. This team is just starting you. So you just, tell them I like your project, I like what you're doing, and you start tell them you can do this for them, and you join them and start building their community. So there is no one way to achieving it, but it's not impossible. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, I think you also answered the question I wanted to ask next. That's what if you have no experience at all? So you just pitch to them, showing what you can do for them, and that way they'll see how stop, how valuable you are, right?
Exactly, yeah. Don't forget
So
metrics. Everybody, every CEO, every founder really love that metric part where you show them how they can checkmate you. Sometimes checkmating you, they can find out that you exceeded expectation. So
okay, okay, that's great. Okay, I think the next question I have is, okay, what job opportunities are there in the community building niche? I don't know if you've actually explained that, but maybe not. So I don't know.
okay. Mm, Community building itself is actually the role. It's actually the when you say job.
Thank you, sir, for all this. I want to ask this so I can answer all of them together. What are even the skills that are required to be a community builder? You've been saying this, saying that for people that are like me now, I mean, I believe everything have a skill that I require. You just can't just come say you're a community builder without any skill that can put you through, or just I don't really understand it. I was trying to know if you can talk about that, the skill required. I believe that anything you want to achieve have a skill that are going to prepare you in that space. So if you can add all of them to that answer, please.
Okay. What are the skills needed for community building? Now, I have tried my best to demarcate community building and community manager. These two things are different. Let's not mix it up. A community builder is different from somebody that is managing that community. So, what are the skills you need to have for you to build a community? Well, first thing first, let's start with the soft skills. Um, your emotion quotient. You need to have solid emotional quotient. That's I talked about esteem earlier when we were. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Good. So I talked about your esteem when we started. So you need to have quality emotion quotient. Then, secondly, you need to be how do I say this now? Somebody that is good in keeping records. Emotional quotient. Sorry, I'm writing this down. Emotional quotient. Record keeping. Now, why I said record keeping is so that you will know what you did today that worked. So is an addition is a skill that every community builder should have. You should know what you did today that worked, what you did that didn't work, changes that you need to make, and all that. You get? Then you should have not personal, now interpersonal relationship. You should have good communication skill. Communication skill, because this is actually what will help you with relating with people. You should have that too. Then when you talk of, that's for the soft skill. Now something the other part is data analytics is one skill that community builders, data analytics is something that is very, very valid for community builders. Then an additional skill for community builders is another thing is research. Somebody that is good with researching. So these are like few skill sets that a community builder should actually have. So if you have these things, I don't think there is anything that can stop you from having a perfect community or building a perfect community. So yeah, is he off? Priceless, I'll be Princeless. Did I see that name, bro?
I think he has gone off because he's not on the call anymore.
Oh, he just came, asked question, and left.
He has been here since maybe his network. Oh, he's joined back. Hi,
Okay,
Priceless.
he's back again. So yeah, I just mentioned.
Please, I'm sorry, it's my network. I'm back.
Okay, I think you heard me when I said emotional quotient, record keeping, communication skill, then data analytics and researching. So yeah, that's the skills that you need for.
But all these mentioned now is like most of them are soft skills, right?
Data analytics, no.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Do we have any other questions, guys? Israel, how far? You get question?
No, I don't have any question.
No. So what I wrote down before the session, he answered it in the course of talking and the few ones I've asked. So I think this is 6 minutes to 9:30, and I believe you must have learned one or two from this community building for Web3 project. So remember that you can reach out to projects that are just starting, and then show them what you can do, show them metrics, very important, and then pitch to them. Like that's how most people start. Pitch to them this, that, and then I mean you can start from there to be a part of community building. And also when you are, in case you want to like be a founder, or like you have projects in the coming months or years, always remember that you need believers in your system. And I mean it's possible. They're Nigerian, so I mean you don't survive how many months now? So nothing is actually hard. So yeah. So at this point, without further
Sorry,
ado, and I hope,
please ask
okay,
me a
someone wants to
question.
talk.
Yeah, not necessarily a question that would take its time. Just concerning Solana support. And
This is a bit slow. Can you like speak up?
mm,
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, so I want to ask him a question concerning Solana support. Oh, Jesus, I can't hear anything again.
Hello, are you hearing? Okay, Israel wanted to ask a question about Solana Super Timbo. I think he's in network, so let me just like give him a little time if he can come on board. So yeah, while waiting for Israel to come, so yeah, all right, he's here. All right, Israel, you have the floor.
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so I want to ask him. I think I just checked now and I saw that they are presently Solana support team. They are presently in 22 states in Nigeria. So my question is there any plan to expand their reach, um or there's no plan on that for now?
Okay. So I'm going to answer this question now. I'm going to answer as the regional captain of Southeast. Kelsey didn't mention that. Maybe I've not told them. Victoria is actually aware. So yeah, I'm the regional captain for Southeast Nigeria. So basically the Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi State, and Abia State. Yeah, they are currently. I'm currently their. Let's just say I'm currently their captain. I'm the one moderating them. So, when you say expanding our reach, yeah, by January, it's actually in the. It's actually in the pipeline. Yeah, there's plans towards expanding. But by the way, what state are you from?
Ekiti State.
Ekiti. You're not within my reach, but because from my own side now, it's only Ebonyi State that is remaining, and we already have somebody. But Ekiti State, can't really see your own regional the regional captain there is the one that will know what to do about that. But yeah, but the question is, are we expanding? Yeah, we are.
Yes. Yeah. So please, is there a way I can get through to the since you are already educating us on the building, obviously. If I can get an opportunity to also build. So I wanted to check if there's a way I can reach the regional captain also.
Okay. Ekiti State. Okay, I will. How do I connect with you? Fine, I'll send the Ekiti State. Not Ekiti State now. Sorry. the regional captain for Southwest. I'll send her Telegram username to Kelsey. Maybe Kelsey will be the one to share it with you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Nash, don't worry, we're coming to Ghana soon, okay?
I'm waiting. So
All right.
I have a very interesting question. Our next session, will it be a continuation in community builders or the community managers?
Is that directed to me?
Both
And
you and
even
Kelsey.
if the whatever should be, let's say on Google Meet, so people can even chat. This Telegram, I'm not liking the whatever. It's not. I don't like
Yeah,
how.
me
If you guys
too.
can
Me too. I
go
have the
under,
same
you can
opinion.
come over there.
Maybe next time it should be Google Meet. So when you're talking, people are reacting.
All right, no problem. Noted. Noted. So we're going to we'll deliberate on it and think of the next session and everything. I will get we'll get you guys' opinion and also let you know our thoughts. So yeah, I hope everybody's fine with that.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, so that's a wrap for now. So I'm wishing all of us good night. Good night, happy weekend, and don't forget to drop your questions here. And yeah, um reminder, Web3 Lagos conference is happening 5th to 7th of next month. That's like I think Thursday to Saturday. Thursday to Friday. Yeah, so please do well to register. I feel like one of the best ways to secure opportunities is in real life events because you get to meet
But
people that are like doing.
but please, I'm having issue with that. So what's my fate? Or should I just leave it? Please, I'm asking Queen Calcis, please.
Okay, sorry, I muted myself mistakenly. I spoke to Ebunayo concerning your issue this afternoon. So I'm going to like text him again to get a reply. He didn't reply me. But I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. So yes.
So I should also know my schedule because I need to schedule myself. So if it's not gonna work out, then I can do other things. But that's I'm just
All
want to
right.
know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know, sir. Okay. All right. So see you guys in the next call and good night.
Okay, thank you very much, Queen Kelsey,
Bye.
for organizing it. Thank you very much, Mr. Evans, for taking us through this wonderful session. Have a good night. We appreciate it.
All right. Bye, Evans. Thank you very much. We love you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
sir.
Priceless. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Good night.